Hello, MPS. It's your girl, Renise Washington, aka Wellness Queen. This week, we are going to talk about something that I don't know gets discussed often, which is how we celebrate our successes, how we define our wins, and how we acknowledge our personal and professional achievements. Let's get into it. So, when it comes to acknowledging our personal and professional achievements, it's important to recognize the power that recognition holds. I think as educators and those of us in the education field, there kind of is this notion of, well, the job is the reward. And yes, it feels really good to excel at your job and to see students grow and to see staff grow. But I also think this idea that education should be thankless, or you get the recognition inherently. I think that notion kind of doesn't allow and support us in identifying our achievements, noting where we're doing things well, and feeling like, I do kind of deserve to be recognized for this because this is stellar work. And so when we talk about recognition in the education industry, it's important to note that celebrating our achievements can help combat burnout, right? Can help us maintain our enthusiasm. And so it really is important to ask ourselves, how does our celebration of our achievements support our personal and professional journey? So something to keep in mind. In addition to recognizing when we are achieving or doing really great in something, I think it's important that we also have moments where we can be proud of how far we've come, right? And so starting at one point of your journey and getting to this point, that's still something that is an achievement. And while your goal may be over here, the fact that you are progressing, the fact that you have a journey, it allows us to hopefully maybe be a bit grateful for what our progress looks like, but also excited and anticipatory of what finishing the journey or getting to our end point looks like. So wellness also looks like being grateful for the journey and proud of our progress as well. So something else to keep in mind. And to wrap up this conversation about how celebration is necessary in our field, but also in the workplace, this year I had the pleasure, along with the HR team, of going into buildings and doing climate visits, right? In the same token, Dr. Iris Gamero and I are meeting with building principals to discuss those data visits. One of the things that is highlighted, though, is how we celebrate our achievements. Educators are speaking amazingly about student growth and engagement. And so how are we highlighting that? Really encouraging buildings, people, groups, just communities to take time to celebrate the highlights, the successes, the achievements that are happening personally and professionally. So that could look like shout outs through our staff notes, right, that Matt Gary puts out, our superintendent. That could also look like your own building newsletters and shout outs, or when there are meetings, making sure that you recognize your other staff members. Those are some really great personal and interpersonal ways to connect. An operational component, perhaps a success board where staff can share their achievements. But it's really important for us as staff to remember that successes and amazing things are happening. So how do we highlight that? And how do we use that to encourage us in moments that we're perhaps not feeling amazing about our work or a little stressed? So this has been Renise Washington, Wellness Queen, and your Wellness Wednesday message. My hope is that you take this and take from it what you can. Thank you.